Good evening and welcome back to the OG&E Coliseum for what is the nightcap of championship action. We have the 6A Boys Championship game in our midst, and it is maybe a bit of a surprise. Norman, the Tigers, taking on the Broncos of Mustang. We get it underway after this on Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Welcome back, everyone. Pre-game show of the 6A Boys Championship here from the OG&E Coliseum. Of course, situated in the middle of the Oklahoma City State Fair Park. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. Not sure if they should be playing Thin Lizzy, the boys are back in town, or Toby Keith, good as I once was. Either way, we're here. So you take a look at this matchup coming into tonight. Norman, maybe a little bit of a surprise. They knock off Owasso yesterday, 50-47. Maybe even more of a surprise, Mustang taking overtime to get into the championship game. They end up beating Putnam City North, a team that had pretty much dominated their schedule, 51-44. And you look at the players involved in this one, and you look first at Norman. You got to look at the star power. Bo Billingsley, standout kid, offers from all over the place. Oral Roberts, Texas State, Florida Gulf Coast. You look at Division II, he's getting offers from Arkansas Tech, just down I-40 in Russellville. He's a player that averages 18 points per game, but can he overcome the athleticism that's offered by Mustang? They are an athletic team, but not necessarily a lot of basketball prowess when you look at who they have on the floor. There's a lot of guys getting love in football. Gabriel Osborne Jr., a guy that has offers from everywhere. OU, Ohio State at cornerback. What do you think about this matchup here? Because I think you have Bo Billingsley and a group of Norman Tigers with a great basketball history against a really, really athletic Mustang squad.
Well, I may not be as good as I once was, but I can be as good once as I ever was. Is that how it goes, Mr.
That's something
Lindley?
like that. Something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you said it at the very top. This matchup probably surprising a lot of people because of who these teams beat in the semis. It's a lot like last year. I don't think a whole lot of people had Deer Creek versus Union on their bingo card for the 6A state championship game in the last dance at the Big House, and certainly not Deer Creek winning it all. So, yeah, maybe this is a bit surprise. I mean, 2 teams, 26-4 coming in, so obviously very talented teams, and they've gotten it done for the better part of the season. But, yeah, I mean, it's a couple of teams you're getting hot at the right time, and I think that's kind of what it comes down to. You know, in today's game, I look a lot at three-pointers anymore and how teams are shooting. You know, Norman went 5 of 12 yesterday from three-point range. You know, I mean, not great, but not a bad percentage there. Whereas Mustang 3 of 15 versus PC North shot 46.5% overall. Like I said, in today's game, that three-pointer is such a big deal anymore. We'll see if that plays a factor today. It certainly helped Mustang get into overtime yesterday as Drew Reynolds knocked down that long three-pointer at the end of regulation against PC North before the Broncos won it in overtime. But, yeah, I think the team, obviously, they've gotten hot at the right time. One's won 13 of 14. The other one's won 14 of 15. It's just going to be as simple as it is. Who shoots better tonight and takes care of business?
The numbers themselves offensively favor Mustang a little bit, coming into tonight averaging 73 points per game for the season. They allow 55 points per contest for Norman, averaging 63 points per game while allowing 47 points per contest. Talk about the surprise of Norman defeating Owasso and doing so in narrow fashion, 50-47 the final in that one. Mustang also defeated Owasso earlier this season in the Arvest Bank Invitational. It was a game that Mustang won only by 2 points, 58-56. Really, that's their one main shared common opponent of the season, as the way they have things split up in 6A this year. Just some players to watch. Of course, obviously, we mentioned Bo Billingsley, big-time star, but some other players as well for Norman. You think about Montrell Combs-Pierce, a guy, 6'1" senior, averaging nearly 10 points per game. For Mustang, loaded with double-figure scores. They have 4 guys averaging double figures this season: Andrew Reynolds, Markel Robinson, Gabriel Osborne Jr., and Garrett Smith. All 4, and watch out for Smith, the 6'6" senior, all 4 players averaging double figures coming into tonight.
And he had a double-double yesterday, 17 points, 12 boards in that big win over PC North. PC North, the team I thought each of the last 2 years good enough to get here and win it all. Last year they don't even get to state, I don't believe, and then this year get knocked out by the Broncos. But, yeah, major game there, 17 points, 12 rebounds in the semifinals. Another big reason the Broncos are here.
Of course, for Norman High, on the other hand, you look at a program that is making what is their 33rd state appearance all time, 39 wins against 24 losses, 8 titles to their credit. As for Mustang, this is their 10th appearance, only 1 title to their credit. But, hey, with that win yesterday, they're back to 500 in state tournament play.
You know, and I thought something interesting. You talk about the 8 titles for Norman. The last time they'd make a title game was 2000. They didn't get back to state again until 2023. So a big gap there where the Tigers, you know, trying to regain the glory of the good old years. I mean, we're talking about they won at 45, 55, 59, 61, 63, 70, 90, and 99. So it's been a while for Norman to get to experience this. Now, Mustang, 10 years ago, under Terry Long, they were able to win a title there at Mustang. But not quite the history that the Tigers have.
Of course, Terry was fresh off of that run at Douglas, so he just added a ring to the allotment that he had.
Took his son with him and said, I'll go win one over here.
Of course, coming up, we'll have a look at the starters. We'll have the opening tip. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a few minutes. Got the national anthem coming up. We'll be back in a bit. We are here, Radio Row, but I guess nowadays you can call it Internet Row with all the broadband stuff that we see here at the OG&E Coliseum. It is the 6A Boys Championship game. Norman Mustang on the way after this on Squirtle and across the Sports Animal platforms.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
The perfect golf swing. Getting to the top. Serving an ace. Whether a professional or a weekend warrior, we all want to do our best. But what if you get hurt? How do you get back to doing what you love? The team at DRH Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide comprehensive and advanced treatment for injuries. DRH Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, working to get you moving again.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Student athletes push hard on the field and in the classroom. But when injuries happen, you want a physical therapist who makes recovery personal. Prime Physical Therapy is more than just a clinic. We're a faith-driven, patient-focused team committed to helping athletes bounce back stronger. Healing happens best in an environment where athletes feel supported, motivated, and yes, even have fun. Parents, you can trust us to care for your athlete like family. Call or text at 405-706-1266 for a free consultation in clinic or by phone. Prime Physical Therapy, helping athletes get back to their prime performance.
Welcome back, everyone. OG&E Coliseum. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. The 6A Boys State Basketball Championship. Norman, the Tigers, 26-4 on the season under Coach Corey Cole. And Mustang, the Broncos, 26-4 under Coach Brandon Jackson. We mentioned the like opponents in Owasso. They do have a like opponent out of 5A. Both teams lost to Carl Albert. There is that. Interestingly enough, that is the last game either of the two teams lost was to Carl Albert. Norman losing to the Titans in overtime, 59-57. That game played at Carl Albert, whereas Mustang lost 69-62 at home against the Titans.
Those on back-to-back nights, so what a two-day swing there for Carl Albert. For both of these teams, their last game before the playoffs. So it's got a big confidence boost to start a playoff. Let's get beat by Carl Albert, which I think, of course, playing in the 5A championship game tomorrow. Are we correct on that?
Still yet, though, you lose. It's not the head of steam you want to take in to a championship run. Either way, either team has lost here along the way. So you get it set for this one. And we take a look at the starters for Mustang and Coach Brandon Jackson. The 6'3 senior Andrew Reynolds, one of those four, averaging double figures, 11.5 points per game. He is joined in the backcourt by a 5'10 sophomore and Sion Wilborn, averaging 7.6 points per contest. And then a couple of big guard forwards in the 6'3 junior Markel Robinson, averaging 13 points per game, in the 6'3 junior, and Gabriel Osborne Jr. He, of course, really being heavily recruited as a quarterback and has his pick of the litter anywhere he wants to go at this point in the Power 4 schools. Then on the inside, a 6'6 sophomore in Garrett Smith. For Norman, the Tigers, obviously they're going to be paced by Bo Billingsley. He gave out his list of who wants his services in a host of Division I's. 6'2 senior, averaging 18 points per game. Joining him in the backcourt, a 6'1 senior in Montrell Combs-Pierce, as well as the 6' senior Gideon Holt. Holt, kind of the stir in the drink. He averages 8 points per game, but does a lot of the little things, picking up assists. They're big on the inside as well. Kason Robinson, a 6'6 senior, averaging nearly 10 points per game. And Attic Sanders, the 6'3 senior, averaging just over 6 points per contest. Norman, they are in the home white jerseys, orange numerals and lettering trimmed in black with the black striping down the side. For Mustang, it is the road black with the Mustang M logo on the chest. The red numerals and lettering trimmed in white as they huddle up one final time for the opening tip. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, such a radio point there for you to make right there. It's something you don't have to do on live streams. Just talk about what the teams are wearing so much and to describe it like you do. I thought I was listening to Toby Rowland there for just a moment.
Oh, my God. With that, here's Michael Swisher with the call.
Yeah.
And then silence. Opening tip won by Mustang. We have this one underway.
Like a man-to-man for the Tigers.
As Wilburn for a moment now. Robinson. Weave action. 3 at the top of the key to start it off. A miss by Reynolds. And a rebound brought in by Billingsley. Kick to the left corner. 3 on the way. Goes in and out.
And one thing to note, this is their first game here. They played at a different venue for the first 2 games. So neither team has played here yet.
Here's a drive and a pass that's broken up. A turnover for Mustang. Up the right half, getting all the way to the rim, but losing it midair, Combs Pierce. And quickly to the other end comes Robinson trying to finish. This time he is fouled. Gideon Holt with the whistle. You bring that up, the same thing happened for the women. The 6A Girls Championship, they had not played here either. It's a very slow start to that one.
Yeah, I mean, it takes some getting used to. You got a lot of space on either side of the backboards here that you've got to acclimate yourself to. It's just a different environment than what you've been playing in all season for the most part.
Markel Robinson at the line shooting 2. Foul on Gideon Holt, his first. And we have the first points in the 6A Boys Championship just 46 seconds in. And it comes by way of a free throw after really some high-flying affairs on both ends, just weren't able to finish.
That was an exciting back and forth. I don't have a single point scored.
Robinson nets both, and it's a 2-0 Bronco lead early. Billingsley working it across mid-court. The curly orange hair matching the numerals and lettering of his jersey. Gets it back. Passes off left side to Holt. Now back to the top of the key into the hands of Robinson. Back to Billingsley, mid-court circle. Guarded up here by Wilbur.
Also a man-to-man for the Broncos. Nice back door.
They find Billingsley on the backdoor cut, and the up and under move scores for Billingsley. Started on the right block, finished on the left. We're tied 2-all. A minute and a half into the 6A title game. Osborne Jr. controlling it, backpedaling out, now wants to drive, loses it, bailed out with a foul.
Yeah, Combs Pierce stuck his hand in there, thought maybe he knocked it away, but the whistle just a tad later than what we expected. Believe it or not, Mr. Combs Pierce did not agree with it.
Sure, I agree with it from this angle. And now we have another whistle. And this, a blocking foul against Billingsley. So Billingsley has picked up a quick 2 fouls here. Wow.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, Coach Cole, you're going, hey, what do I do now here?
He's about to go sit next to Coach Cole.
Driving down the right side, missing at the rim was Osborne. Now to Billingsley, right corner 3. That one won't go. Backside rebound by Wilbur.
And if you're Mustang, do you attack Billingsley here? He's got 2. He's not going to be able to play very good defense.
Sanders with the basketball between the 2 circles, dribbling with the left hand, drifts to that left side. Springing up to receive the pass is Wilburn. Wilburn back now to Robinson. Down
nice.
Underneath, and a 2-hand jam by the 6'6 sophomore Garrett Smith.
Got it to the high post of Wilburn, and then there's an easy high post, low post play there.
That opened up quite nicely down low for Garrett Smith. Billingsley moving it to the right half of the floor to Sanders. Gave it up, gets it back up top to Robinson, the 6'6 big. Billingsley moves it to the top of the key. They're trying to work it around the arc, but nothing is really developing, kind of stagnant. There's a little ISO ball and getting inside the lane, a pull up from 10 for Attic Sanders.
Nice use of the backboard on a tough shot.
I just really feel that watching Norman there on that offensive set, for some reason, there was not a lot of movement.
Everybody standing outside that three-point line, passing the ball around.
Reynolds moves it right side to Wilburn. High post, Osborne Jr. goes up with a two-hand rim rocker, throws it in, and then swings on the goal for good measure. And Mustang has 6 points, two of them, two-hand jams from two different players. Billingsley moving it right side to Holt. Up top to Robinson, now Billingsley. Billingsley moves it back to the left side on the dribble and drive. Holt scooping it out. Sanders pinned up, left block, finds a cutting Combs Pierce, got to the rim, misses. Rebound, Markel Robinson. Passing ahead to Osborne Jr. and now back out to Robinson.
Again, they're probably not thinking about it themselves on the floor, but I'm attacking Billingsley right now with his two fouls because there's not a lot he can do.
And they've yet to really go after him. And he's been able to just kind of slink off and not have to worry about it.
They played 3 minutes without a whistle.
And now not looking for the ball was Wilbur. Almost a massive mistake there. Driving, Billingsley on defense. Turnaround jumper, that one is good. Splashes through for Wilburn.
And that time they did go at him, and he couldn't really contest the shot down low. By him, I mean Billingsley.
Billingsley passing high post left into the hands of Sanders. Mustang doing a really good job of, for some reason, keeping Norman very stagnant. And even if they're looking to get into a set play, there's not a lot of movement off of it. Billingsley now whittling into the lane. He's hemmed up. Ball stripped loose. Pass ahead. Osborne Jr. on the run. And a one-hand throwdown as he took flight from about a foot inside the free throw line.
That was explosion right there. I think I see why people are wanting him to come play football for
them. Definitely see where he could create some problems for a wide receiver out there.
It's called fast twitch.
Norman here kind of stammered and stuttered a little bit. They're down by 6. And if this was the new shot clock era, they'd be in trouble. Combs Pierce, kick out to the right side. Now to Billingsley up top. Great closeout defense by Mustang. And now a foul. Billingsley fouled there by Andrew Reynolds.
You say it was on the floor, so, well, I thought he would be coming out, but they're going to keep him in there. As soon as he got his second foul, they brought somebody to the scorer's table, and they were there for about 4 minutes, but he is staying in the game with his 2 fouls.
Luke Knowles will check into the game. Also checking in, Aiden Cooper Kelly for Norman. Billingsley working baseline left. Back out right side, 3 on the way from Knowles, just coming off of the bench. It's a miss. Wilburn with his second rebound of the game. To the left elbow, fall away jumper is good. 2 shots, 2 makes for the sophomore Wilburn. And Mustang on a heater. It's 12-4 now. They're in the middle of a 8-0 run. Billingsley down low. Top of the key. Driving here comes Pierce. Gets down the right side of the lane and scores. Stops the bleeding for a moment. Cuts it back to a 6-point game. Markel Robinson along the baseline. Kick pass, left corner. Reynolds for 3. That a miss. And the rebound to Billingsley, his second. Billingsley dribbling with the right hand at the right half of the floor. You mentioned that. Billingsley for 3. It won't go. Offensive rebound and putback is good for Cooper Kelly. Big time rebound and putback, a much needed one that cuts it back to a 4-point game. So just as Mustang looked as though they were going to run away with it, Norman answers with a 4-0 run. And now it's Mustang on their heels.
Yeah.
And it's Markel Robinson in the upper left corner of the court. There for a moment, waiting calmly, had the ball tucked to his hip, now sets it into a dribble. 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. So they're playing for one final shot. I was going to say, Coach Cole may be thinking about Billingsley, his basketball IQ high enough for him to know, hey, I got 2 fouls.
Yeah.
And we saw that a couple of times there where he very easily could have been baited into one. Here's Robinson against Billingsley down the right side, misses, gets his own rebound, put back won't go. Osborne can't get it back. Billingsley tried to bat it out. He does. It's recovered by Reynolds. Can't get the three to go, and the first quarter comes to a close. Mustang 12, Norman 8. Back after this, more of the 6A Boys State Basketball Championship on Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
Welcome to Charleston's, where great food and great service is what's on the menu. Business lunch after landing that big sale? Check. Never miss ordering our mouth-watering spinach dip? Check. Catching up over some margaritas? Check. Or just a craving for our key lime pie? Checkmate. No matter the reason, big, small, or none at all, you gotta come to Charleston's.
Mustang 3, Norman nothing, but that's the dunk count. On the scoreboard, it's Mustang 12, Norman 8. And only a 4-point lead for the Broncos, despite having really all the momentum much of that first quarter. Bo Billingsley playing with 2 fouls, but he has stayed on the floor for every moment so far. And he'll bring it across midcourt. Norman working the left half of the floor here in front of us at OG&E Coliseum. It's Holt. On the floor, Holt, Cooper Kelly, who had a big rebound and put back early. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Mustang. It remains with Norman. The 6'6" Kason Robinson on the floor, as well as Gideon Holt. For Mustang, Gabriel Osborne Jr., the do-it-all football recruit, already with 4 points in this game.
4 impressive points.
Yes. He's part of that 2 dunk count that I delivered to open the second quarter. Baseline jumper from the 6'6" big Robinson. He misses. Flying through was Holt. Knocked the rebound out of bounds, and it goes to Mustang. Sion Wilburn, the point guard with the basketball. Also out there, Markel Robinson. I mentioned Osborne, Andrew Reynolds, and Garrett Smith. So no changes at all so far for Coach Brandon Jackson. And wide open down the center of the lane is Markel Robinson with his first field goal of the game, and he's got 4 points.
Could have been dunk number 4 of the game if he wanted to.
Billingsley with the basketball. Top of the key. Knifes down the left side, goes up, has his shot blocked, but then fouled somewhere in the midst of all those black jerseys. Who do they call it on? It's not on Osborne Jr. who blocked the shot. It's on Sion Wilburn.
It still has appeared Mustang's got a much better flow on the offensive end. We saw it on that last set where things just opened up for Markel Robinson, whereas the Tigers, they're depending heavily on Billingsley to create with his dribble. Mustang's done a pretty good job of bottling him up once he got in the lane, this time notwithstanding with him drawing the foul.
Well, they had 4 jerseys around him. He got a shot up, and he actually missed. It's just the foul that cost him. Billingsley now with 4 points, and you have to think 2 of those points on the scoreboard for Norman were second-chance points at that.
Yep.
So they really struggled to get anything going in any sort of a flow, kind of, as we mentioned earlier, stagnant on offense. Smith with the basketball, the 6'6" big, picks it up, right wing, moves it to Reynolds. Now back out to Wilburn. Minute and a half into this second quarter. Mustang up by 4. Wilburn to the right elbow. Now to Reynolds' right wing. Back to Wilburn. Driving down the right side. Pocket picked by Billingsley. And up center court goes Cooper Kelly. Dishes it off. Miss at the rim by Combs Pierce. And this one picked up on the run by Markel Robinson. Kick pass. Left corner. 3 for Wilburn. That one's short. And the ball loose. Rebound picked up by Combs Pierce. Goes all the way and finishes on the left side. Took a shot for Combs Pierce, and it's a 2-point game.
Cooper Kelly was calling for it. He was up ahead of him, but Combs Pierce wanted the easy finish. Make this a
Wilburn
2-point
with the
game.
basketball. Norman fans on the far side getting into it now.
5-second call?
Yeah. Rarely do you see that. Gideon Holt was all over Zion Wilburn, and they counted off the 5 seconds. We have the first sub of the game for Mustang. Jaden Johnson checks into the game. Also another one of those football recruits being recruited. He's already been offered by East Central.
Oh.
On my neck of the woods.
Yeah, well, easy credit.
With the basketball off the – no comment, no comment.
I can say that. You can.
I can't.
They got the coolest stadium name, though, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. Koi Ishto. Here with the basketball is Billingsley off the left wing. Now has defenders chasing him. It was Johnson chasing. Billingsley takes a body bump, and the foul call there on Jaden Johnson.
Again, it's just very dependent on Billingsley creating with his dribble. Not a lot of offense outside of that. Easy.
They inbound to Billingsley, and he scores easily over the top of Markel Robinson. So Billingsley with a pair of field goals made, and we're tied 14-all. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one. Back after this on the Squirtle and Sports Animal platforms.
Evolve Events strives to provide a top-tier youth basketball experience in the OKC metro area. Our goal is to create a safe, competitive atmosphere that also works within your budget. We are focused on facilitating an environment that will help all players, teams, and coaches grow. Whether you're aiming to take your skills to the next level, secure a spot on your school team, or one day hoist a gold ball at the big house, Evolve Events has a platform for you. Don't just play, evolve. Visit our website at evolveokevents.com to get signed up for an Evolve event today.
I will have... Sorry, but how do you choose? I will have... Ooh.
The old-fashioned banana split sends your taste buds to heaven. But the strawberry shortcake sundae tastes like summer in a dish. Then there's the molten lava cake.
Welcome back, everyone. Tied 14-all and a quick timeout taken by Mustang. After leading big early, they were up by 6. Markel Robinson left to right in the lane, got a little body contact, still finishes, and now he has 6 in the game. I'm taking Norman a little bit of time to wake up.
Yeah, they actually fell down by 8, gave up that 8-0 run, fell down 12-4, and then scored 2 quick buckets after that. But nice comeback.
So it's Sanders, Cooper Kelly on the floor with Billingsley and Holt and Combs Pierce, who has it now. Pull up from the free throw stripe. That a missed 15-footer. Rebound by Markel Robinson. Marquell with it. Top of the key between the two circles. Back pedals out. Closing in on the midway mark of this second quarter. Out to defend is Cooper Kelly, but giving substantial space. Robinson. Nifty handles. Now works down into the lane and tries to use the glass, but it's a miss. And Combs Pierce with the rebound at the left side to Billingsley. Billingsley now into the lane, working the left side of the lane. Goes up. He's hammered down.
And really, I thought Milligan did a pretty good job on him there, stayed in front of him. If he doesn't, as you say, hammer down, if he just stays straight up and down, he's probably all right, but he brought that arm down, and that's an easy foul to call.
She foul a guy that is one of the best free throw shooters in the league, one of the Daily Oklahomans nominees for Super Player of the Year, averaging 18 a game, and now has 7 points in this one. Combs Pierce will take a seat. Back into the lineup is Holt. And Kaysen Robinson as Billingsley hits both, and we're tied again. So we had 2 ties so far. No lead changes as of yet. And at the top of the key is Milligan. The junior will hand it off to Wilburn. Wilburn to the left elbow. Now double back. Nice move. Finds Robinson at the rim, and he scores. Beautiful dish to give Robinson 8 points on the night.
Makes that pivot to his left shoulder, spins back quickly to the right, and just freewheeling after that.
That was a nifty move. That's Cooper Kelly with it here to Billingsley. Far side, right wing on the OSSAA logo. He drives, he kicks. Holt for three, and the Tigers have their first lead of the night.
And is that the first three for either team?
It is. Marking back to your point.
The Tiger faithful quite rowdy. We're surrounded by all the Bronco fans, and it's been pretty quiet for about a quarter.
Since the last dunk, which was early in the first. Here's Osborne Jr., and he's fouled en route to the basket. Non-shooting foul. Who do they call this one on? I'm trying to get a look at the fingers from across the way. I believe they called that one on Attic Sanders. They did. It's his first. So inbounding is Wilburn. Baseline left. Into Milligan in the left corner, now to Osborne Jr. Great offense on his own. He'll now backpedal it out. 2:35 to go. He'll bring it all the way back to his coach Jackson at midcourt. So close, he almost went backcourt. Still getting direction. Norman fans giving him the boos on the far side of the court. Now he'll move it left side to Wilburn, up top to Milligan. Milligan back to Osborne Jr. Tries to slide past, the defender ran into a man, and an offensive foul called. Taking the offensive foul underneath Kason Robinson.
I couldn't tell if Robinson was set, but it certainly looked like Osborne lowered that shoulder heading to the basket.
And now Garrett Smith will check into the game. And a big stat there. That is the fourth team foul of the quarter with 2:10 to go. So another foul here would send Norman to the line the rest of the way. Combs Pierce brings it across midcourt. Passes to Billingsley, working off of a screen toward the right. Still out between the two circles. Now to a screen to the left. Moves it right side. Three on the way. Holtz three, no good. Rebound, tipped around, secured by Mustangs Robinson. Robinson now with 3 boards in the game unofficially. Hesitates, drives, gets down the center of the lane, and a finger roll finish. Has 4 field goals. He has scored all of Mustangs' points in this second quarter. He's got 10 in the game and 8 here in the second. And it's Mustang back up by a point.
Kept waiting for somebody to pick him up. Nobody ever did. I think he was waiting on it too.
He's a bit surprised. Right side, Billingsley finds Holt for 3. That one won't go. Rebound again by Robinson. He'll bounce it ahead up the right half of the floor. Picked up quickly there by Sanders. And now he'll bring it back out toward midcourt. 1 minute to play in the first half. Mustang with the ball and the lead. Wilburn with it now off the upper left corner of the court. Work it back to Robinson, top of the key. Fakes the handoff to Wilburn. Now situates himself right wing, finds Milligan in the corner, and Milligan connects.
That woke up the Mustang crowd behind us.
And that is the first 3 of the game made by Mustang, and it's a 4-point Bronco lead. As Billingsley down the center of the lane, thrower from 6, goes in and out. Rebound and putback is good for the 6'6 senior, Kason Robinson. Back to a 2-point game. 16 seconds remaining. Wilburn gets downhill with a head of steam, and foul call there underneath.
Going to get Reynolds for that, I believe.
Oh, wow. Did I hear that right? Well, they said Billingsley over the scoreboard, but up top it's Gideon Holt that has it on the actual scoreboard. And the free throw attempt from Wilburn is off the mark. He's got 4 points in the game. Couple of late changes here, getting back in. Andrew Reynolds. .4 seconds remain here in this first half. Wilburn's shot goes in and out. Rebound, Combs, Pierce. Chance for the Tigers to tie or take the lead at the half. Billingsley across midcourt. Gets inside the lane. Double pump to the rim. A miss. And second chance points for Kason Robinson. Sends us into the break the way we started. All tied. 23 all here in our 6A Boys State Basketball Championship. And there's a huddle for some reason. I don't know what they could be looking at as they send the teams to the locker rooms. 23 all the score here at the halftime break. Coming up, we'll take a look at the halftime stats and more, as this is the 6A Boys State Basketball Championship. Norman Mustang, you're listening to it live on Squirtle and the Sports Channel platforms, which means it's just streaming everywhere you can think of. Facebook, Twitter.
Coach's Aid.
Back after this on the Squirtle Network.
I will have. Sorry, but how do you choose? I will have.
Ooh. The old-fashioned banana split sends your taste buds to heaven. But the strawberry shortcake sundae tastes like summer in a dish. Then there's the molten lava cake sundae. Oh, but the banana fudge sundae, I'm truly.
Sir, or you could get all four.
Let's do that.
Come enjoy your favorite classic sundae at Brahms.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
It's game time and the lights are shining bright. Don't get caught in the dark. Power up with the Generac Home Standby Generator from Moyer Electric and Generators. When the power goes out, your lights, heat, and games stay on automatically. Moyer Electric and Generators, powering Oklahoma's homes like champions. Visit MoyerElectricOK.com or call today at 888-265-3020.
Oklahoma Career Tech. It's where confidence is built.
It's more than just practice.
It's developing the skills to build a successful future.
We're doing work that matters.
To more than just us.
So, when a family needs me,
when my community needs me,
when Oklahoma needs me,
I'll be ready.
GSP Health is your source for quality health care for the whole family, with 4 convenient locations in Northwest Oklahoma to better serve you in Canton, Cherokee, Enid, and Medford, offering medical, dental, and behavioral health services, in-office and telehealth visits available. So call our office at 580-596-2800 or visit our website at www.gsphealth.org. Better access, better care, better health. GSP Health.
At Geis Farms, we know what community means because we live it every day. That's why we're proud to support Northwest Oklahoma schools, sports programs, and the communities that bring us together. To every team in the area, we want to say good luck this season and thank you for representing your school with pride. From our family to yours, here's to a safe, successful season. Geis Farms, proud supporters of Northwest Oklahoma. And good luck to the Lomega Raiders and Lady Raiders.
Life moves fast.
23 all our scores. We welcome you back to the OG&E Coliseum. A lot different than the last venue me and my counterpart worked together in. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. Long gone are the Coach's Aid days, but the high school basketball continues to excel. Nice to watch a little 6A hoops for so many years. You and I really didn't get to watch much of that.
Not at all.
And ain't going to say surprised at what we have seen here so far. I think the defensive effort on both sides has been really impressive. I think maybe the most impressive thing, Bo Billingsley gets those 2 fouls literally 3 minutes into the game. And Mustang, I get it. You have a system, you run your sets, but they never really tried to attack him. He goes in at the break as Norman's leading scorer, and he still only has 2 fouls.
And Jay, that was really a minute and a half into the game. I mean, I looked up, I think it was like 6:26 or so when they called that blocking foul on him way out here outside the free, almost at the OSSA logo. You're like, oh man, this is going to be a long day for the Tigers if that's the case. And I really think the Tigers are going to bring him out. They bring the sub up, and then they go about 4 minutes without a whistle. They go up and down and end up not pulling him out. And I think part of that probably is because Norman's offense wasn't doing just a whole lot. They needed to keep him in there to help create, and some good balanced scoring from the Tigers there. I think the biggest thing for Norman, especially those last 2 possessions, are the second chance points. 6 second chance points to Norman, none for Mustang. It kind of helps offset the fact that Mustang's shooting over 50%, where Norman's shooting 40.9%.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Mustang and you go in at the break, even though the game's tied, I think you have control of the ebb and flow of the game. Whatever they have done defensively has certainly turned Norman into kind of a one-trick pony, with Billingsley having to drive and kick, and like you said, the 6 second chance points. Let's take a quick look at the first half numbers, and you mentioned what Mustang is doing so far. The Broncos, 10 of 19 from the field at 53%. If they could just shoot a 3, this game would be in their hands. And matter of fact, free throws for that matter. They go 1 of 5 from beyond the arc and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Marquell Robinson has been really the offense. 4 of 7 from the field. He's got 10 points and 6 boards already. He's well on his way to a double-double performance. And the rest of the scoring done so far, it was impressive. Gabriel Osborne Jr., he's got a couple of dunks, but he's been held in check with 4 points here at the halftime break. And then after that, Sion Wilburn with 4 points to go along with 2 boards. Gavin Milligan coming off of the bench with 3. And then Garrett Smith had that baseline dunk. For Norman, no real surprise by who has controlled things. Bo Billingsley, 8 points here at the break. He's got 2 boards. He's got an assist. He does have the 2 turnovers as he played every minute in that first half. And then big points from Montrell Combs-Pierce. He's got 4 points, 3 boards. He never left the floor. And then on top of that, you add in Gideon Holt with the 1 3-pointer for Norman. The same could be said about Norman's 3-point shooting overall. Tigers 41% from the field, 9 of 22, just 1 of 7 from downtown, but perfect from the line at 4 of 4.
Yeah, a couple of things I'll be looking for. I mean, we talked a lot about Garrett Smith in the pregame. 17 points, 12 boards yesterday. He's got 2 points, 1 rebound in the first half so far today. And I did notice there towards the end of the half, the Tigers, they ran a couple of sets to get Gideon Holt open for 3. He hit his first one over on this side. Those 2 sets they ran for him, missed them, but he got good looks. We'll see if they keep going to him, see if he can't open up some shots for them from the outside on 3.
You brought up Garrett Smith. One thing that kind of stands out about that, we talked about how stagnant Norman was, in particular in the first quarter of this game. But I haven't seen Smith really be a part of the offense with the exception of that baseline dunk. For as much grief as we gave Norman, what's Norman doing to Mustang? Because the ball here, especially in that second quarter, seemed to be passed along the perimeter. There wasn't nearly as much driving and dishing as we saw early in the game.
No, and honestly, outside of that dunk, I didn't notice Garrett Smith in the first half, and I didn't realize that I didn't notice him until I started looking at the stats there. So, Norman, I really thought that they were after Billingsley picked up those 2 early fouls, I thought they kind of sunk down a little bit and played a little tighter. But I thought that, towards the end of the half, they really started pushing their defense out and trying to push out that Mustang offense. And Mustang just didn't really have the same flow that they had there in that first quarter.
16 minutes in the book, and each team had a 4-point edge quarter-wise apiece, and that's why we were tied. 23 all our score here at the break. Second half around the corner after this. You're listening to the 6A Boys State Basketball Championship being streamed live via Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, Gig Fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit gopioneer.com to sign up today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Why the arrangement?
Welcome back, everyone. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. So far, the game has featured 5 ties, 2 lead changes. Largest lead, Mustang led by 8. Biggest run, though, put forth by Norman. And we're tied here after 16 minutes of action. 23 all our score. Mustang with the ball to begin this second half. And it's the original starting 5 of Reynolds, Wilburn, Robinson, Osborne, and Smith for Mustang. They immediately get it to Garrett Smith, who you spoke of there right before the comeback here into the second half. Down low, they go to Osborne, right baseline. Kick out 3 to Reynolds, and he connects.
Quick release on that 3, too.
Reynolds, his first field goal make of the game. For the Tigers of Norman, it's Billingsley. Gave it up, gets it back, has Holt out there. Billingsley down the right side of the lane. He's hemmed up, he walks. He's kind of got into no man's land there and commits the travel. So Billingsley, Holt, Combs, Pierce, Sanders, and Robinson. So both coaches with a tight rotation. We've only seen one player off of the bench for each. Aiden Cooper Kelly with 2 points and an offensive rebound in that first half for the Tigers. And Milligan, Gavin Milligan, with a 3-pointer for the Broncos. Here's Osborne, downhill, right side. They call a foul. Rightfully so. Osborne got into the air, got his hands slapped down by Attic Sanders. Sanders picking up his second personal. Wilburn will inbound underneath. And Wilburn's pass all the way up top. They'll kick it to the corner. 3 on the way. That 3 missed by Smith. Long rebound out into the corner to Robinson. And now back to center court. Billingsley will bring it across. Norman, second possession of the quarter. The first ended in a turnover. They move it right side. Robinson for 3 is online. A miss. Long rebound back to the 6'6" big. He'll miss again. This one from point-blank range. And the ball gets batted out of bounds from Combs Pierce. That ball may have been tipped.
Yeah, possibly, because he missed it pretty badly from about 8 feet there, if that.
Either that or the depth perception. Really bad. Wilborn across midcourt. He'll bring it to Smith at the top of the key. To Reynolds now, bouncing right side. Robinson now to Osborne Jr. Back around to the near side. Wilburn working off of a screen, gives to Robinson. Just right of circle. He'll hand to Reynolds, showing the 3. Pressured by Billingsley. All the way out near midcourt before giving to Marquell Robinson. 2 minutes have elapsed here in this third quarter, and now Robinson dribbling patiently. And the shot clock will take this out of a coach's repertoire.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Robinson with the basketball. Jump pass, back out up top. And now Wilburn drives past Combs Pierce, and Combs Pierce gets whistled for a foul.
Broncos just pull it out wide, make the Tigers come out and get them, then just try to create off the dribble.
Wilborn is 0 for 2 in this game from the line, but he does have 4 points. 5'10 sophomore, averaging just under 8 a game, and he connects here. Mustang has opened up this second half, scoring the first 4 points. Wilborn trying to make it 5. Nobody at the scores table for either side, and this free throw a miss.
Wow.
Rebound underneath. Osborne and Billingsley fight for it, and Osborne finds Smith in mid-step, flying through the air for a throwdown dunk.
And Osborne's on his back and makes the pass from there. And Garrett Smith says, yeah, I'm here again.
Credit the kid underneath the basket for getting out there and mopping up the sweat, by the way, as Billingsley and Osborne were rolling around on the hardwood, and Smith just came diving downhill to throw it down. Billingsley with it here for the Tigers. Into the lane, fall away jumper, won't go, off to the right. Long rebound, picked up on the run by Osborne. He'll kick to the corner. Wilborn now back out and up top into the hands of Robinson. Looked as though there was a chance for a transition basket. Robinson behind the back dribble to break free. Then is the first player to touch it, coming back inbounds. No one could secure the rebound for the Tigers. There were 3 white jerseys there. Robinson comes streaking back in, and the ball just kind of hit him. And him being the first to come back in and do that, hadn't established position on the floor yet. I actually saw a turnover like that in our 6A women's game. An inbound, the girl ran along the baseline and came into play and then caught the pass and the turnover. Billingsley kick to the left corner, 3 on the way, and knocking it down, Gideon Holt. Holt with his second made 3 of the game.
Well, we said to look out for him in the second half, and there's potential turnover. Wow, what a collision.
Talk about the bodies playing football. Reynolds steps into a 3. The timeout taken here. So Andrew Reynolds scoreless in the first half. He's hit 2 threes here in the second. Negates the 3 hit by Holt, and it's Mustang up by 6. Back after this on Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
6 surgeons.
Welcome back, everyone. Mustang outscoring Norman 9-3 here to start this third quarter. Just as Gideon Holt knocks one down, it appears Norman has a little bit of momentum. There's a massive football-style collision on the far side of the court, and it ends up springing loose Andrew Reynolds for Mustang, and he knocks down a 3. Tigers with it here, and they're down by 6. Just past the midway point of the third. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. Billingsley, step back, left wing 3, back of the iron, no good. Osborne securing the rebound in traffic. Surrounded by Tigers, he dribbles out of it. All the way up the floor. Quick trigger by Reynolds. That one goes in and out. Rebound on the run by Gideon Holt. And Holt backwards to Combs Pierce.
That thing was halfway down before it bobbled back out. We got a foul up top against the Broncos. That was a heat check shot right there because he's catching it and releasing it quickly is Reynolds. And that one, again, halfway down before it spit back out.
Osborne Jr. whistled for that foul, his second personal. Billingsley will inbound. Combs Pierce heads to the bench. And Cooper Kelly is in. Aiden Cooper Kelly, by the way, the hyphenated last name. Billingsley between the 2 circles. Works off of a screen. Now back up top. Holt for 3, and he drains it. 3 threes in the game for the senior Holt, who has bested his season average of 8 per game. He's got 9, and it's back to a 3-point contest.
2 of those in the last minute and a half.
A sea of orange on the far side of the court. Feeling a little bit better now. Down low to Smith.
Nice.
And finagles his way through traffic and scores with the right hand.
Had Robinson on his hip, spun around him, stepped through the double team, and easy off the glass.
5-point lead now. Billingsley Down, left side, kick out. 3 on the way, and Sanders connects. So the Tigers, they've made 3 field goals here in the third, and they're all 3-pointers. And they're down by 2 with 2.5 to go here in the third. 34-32. Back after this on Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
6 surgeons, 4 locations, 1 goal: to improve the health and lives of people in Oklahoma. At Oral and Maxillofacial Associates, we treat every patient like family. As the preferred dental implant and oral surgery specialist of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and with over 30 years of service to our community, we are trusted by professionals and dedicated to expert care. With 4 convenient locations around the metro area, we are here for you. Trust the experts at OMA. Visit our website, www.omaok.com.
Need insurance that serves you and not the other way around?
Welcome back, everyone. 34-32. Mustang leading by 2, although the vibe feels a lot. I say that. You and I were just talking off air. I mean, I feel like Mustang should be in control.
Yeah.
If you look at the crowds,
the
Mustang crowd is seated.
Yes.
The Norman fan base, they're on their feet, and they're down by 2. Osborne Jr. with the basketball with a give to Reynolds. Now Robinson lost it in midair and somehow gets the shot to go.
Excellent job regaining possession of the ball, as you said. Lost it in midair.
And that is his first made field goal of the second half. He now has 12. Still leading his team in scoring despite the scoring drought to open the third. Holt with the basketball up top. Finds Cooper Kelly now knifing down the center of the lane. Circus shot draws a foul. And I believe this foul may be on Smith.
Yeah, first one on him.
So Garrett Smith picking up the whistle. Each team now with 2 team fouls. To the free throw line goes Aiden Cooper Kelly. He has 2 points on the evening. That off of a putback in the first quarter. First one on the way, and he gets this one to go. So Norman has scored 10 points so far in this quarter, 3 threes and a free throw make. That's really what's keeping them in it. Second one in and out, and a clean rebound for Garrett Smith. So Sion Wilburn will bring it up the floor, leading by 3. Moves it to Smith left side, gets it right back. Guarded by Holt, gets loose into the lane. Kick out, right side, Osborne for 3. And Gabriel Osborne Jr. joins the club. He's got now 7 points in the game, and Mustangs hit 3 threes in the quarter. They're back up by 6. Down the left side, Billingsley finishing on the right side with a scoop shot with the left hand. Or excuse me, the opposite of that. He was on the left side and finished with the right hand. Smith goes up strong. He's fouled, and likely fouled by Cason Robinson.
Smith had some bad intentions with that drive to the bucket. Looks like he was ready to throw that one down before he got fouled. But, Jay, I think both teams are starting to feel more comfortable shooting in the gym. I think 2 combined three-pointers in the first half, and I think, 6 in this quarter?
Yeah, 6 in this quarter combined. And that free throw literally went around the cylinder a full 360 before deciding they wanted to have dinner elsewhere. This one is good. Caught the front of the iron, rattled around and in. 5 points this quarter for Garrett Smith. We talked about how quiet he had been. Only 2 points in the first quarter. He's got 7 points here total. And his team's up by 5. Norman in the offensive set, working the right half of the floor here in front of us in the home whites. 3 on the way. Gideon Holt from a mile away. He's got 12. And just like that, it's back to a 2-point game.
Some expert analysts said at halftime, look out for him in the second half as they were running some sets for him.
Here's Osborne Jr.
Oh.
Gets it stripped loose. Combs Pierce the other direction. Looking to tie. Loses it in midair. And they'll say last touch by Mustang. I think Marquell Robinson got a hand on it as Pierce was going up with the shot. They'll inbound baseline left. Going to work here is Holt. Jitterbugging his way to the rim, and he misses after the double clutch shot, but he'll go to the line, shooting 2 with just 34.9 seconds to go here in the third, and a chance to tie it at 40 all.
And is it still? No. All but one field goal, a three-pointer for Norman here in the third quarter.
And then there are other points coming from the free throw line. Aiden Cooper Kelly, 1 of 2 from the line in this quarter. Gideon Holt now has 10 points in the quarter after that free throw make. And we're tied again, 40 all. Norman fans certainly back into it. Every time Mustang looks as though they're going to pull away, the Tigers come fighting back. Osborne Jr., upper right corner of the court, 20 seconds. Throws it back near side to Wilburn. Wilburn dribbling with the right hand, holding up one finger. Now sets the play in motion. Finds Osborne Jr. to Robinson. Slips loose. Bailed out with a foul. I thought he just tripped on his own accord. They're going to get Combs Pierce, I believe, for a foul there.
Be his second foul, I do believe. Not in the bonus yet.
Boy, and that was awfully close, though. That is team foul number 4. So inbounding here, Wilburn on the far side of the court. Gets it in to Robinson. Robinson, jump pass, finds Osborne Jr., left corner 3. That one well off the mark. Billingsley cleans the glass with the rebound. Shot while it is up will not count even if it does go in. And we're right where we were at the halftime break. We're tied, 40 all. As we head to the fourth, you're listening to the 6A Boys State Basketball Championship. Norman Mustang right here on Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
Need insurance that serves you and not the other way around? At Brining Insurance, we're independent, which means we work for you, not the carriers. Home, auto, business, or farm, we work as hard as you do. Whether you need a hand finding and portable insurance for your church, someone to help wrestle that school policy, or someone to help plug the leaks in your municipal coverage, get a hold of Robert Wagner. He can help. Call 580-628-2559 today or start your quote anytime at brininginsure.com.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We are making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The proof starts.
Well, we were tied at the halftime break. We're tied as we entered into the fourth. 40 all our score. Norman with the ball to begin this fourth quarter push.
Shirts are coming off in the Norman student section.
Some of those shirts probably need to go back on.
You can remove probably from that sentence, Jay.
Combs Pierce with the basketball. Out there, Aiden Cooper Kelly. Here driving, getting loose, getting to the rim, and scoring is Addick Sanders. So Sanders, who had 5 points coming into the quarter, scores off of a set play to begin the fourth, and it's 42-40. Tigers in front. Our third lead change. Robinson up top to Osborne Jr. to Wilburn in the corner, driving into the lane, left to right. Kick out. Now driving, Jaden Johnson. Back to Wilburn. Wilburn has it poked loose by Billingsley. Picked up by Combs Pierce to the other direction, and he finishes on the left side with the right hand. But Mustang gets it out of the net quickly, already into the offensive set. Johnson, right wing, has it stripped loose. Billingsley falling on top of it, calling for a timeout. They call a tie ball.
Yeah. You know, we've seen now Billingsley twice just reach in and poke that ball away, once in the first half, once a possession ago. That's kind of what saved the game yesterday against Owasso, is he's guarding Montanati. Montanati trying to back him down to the post. He just kind of avoided the contact, reached in, poked it away, and the Tigers were able to seal that victory off at the very end.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this 4-point lead for Norman, their largest lead of the game.
I don't know it to be any different. That was their largest lead in the first half.
So it's matched back. And here's Wilburn and the Broncos with the basketball. Osborne Jr. well off the left wing. Up top to Wilburn. Back around right side. Working with it is Jaden Johnson. Now to Marquell Robinson, who had a quiet third quarter after having 10 in the first half. Here's a steal. Combs Pierce gets down, hesitates, and then lays it off the glass and in. And a timeout taken here by Mustang. 30-second variety.
Tiger
Need to
fans.
stop the bleeding. And the Tiger fans, the funny thing is, we'll leave it right here. The Tiger fans, heck, they were down by 6 and like this.
Yeah.
If they get up by 10.
You need to look out.
I mean, they've got a whole section over there that's already lost their tops. I want to see them lose their bottoms.
No comment, Jay.
6:17 to go here in the fourth. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. For Mustang, the thing to me that's really changed here, and we talked about it a little bit, Norman has certainly ratcheted up the defensive intensity, and they're taking advantage of Mustang's aggressive to out-athlete Norman.
Yeah, and like you said, I think they just really ratcheted it up on defense. We've seen them slap the floor a bunch here, but I think it's all started on that end, and it's got the crowd behind them. They're anticipating passes, poking away when Mustang's being a little lazy with the dribble. It's really turned the game in their favor.
Well, a 6-0 run to begin this fourth, and 4 of those points are transition buckets off of steals. Osborne Jr. bounces right side to Garrett Smith. Smith going out of bounds, almost threw it away. Jaden Johnson had the sky in the air. He brings it down. He knocks down a big 3 to quieten the Norman crowd and bring the Mustang crowd back into it.
Yeah, actually a half dozen of them all stood up here. Now we're starting to see a couple of Mustang fans get into it.
Combs Pierce moves to Billingsley. Bo Billingsley driving down to the right baseline. Backing his way in. Fall away jumper is good. Billingsley, only 2 made field goals here in the second half. He's got 12, though.
Yeah, he's been quiet. It'll be interesting to see if he doesn't try to take it over and try to close this out.
Lob down to Smith, baseline left. Jump pass over the defense finds Osborne.
Nice.
To a cutting Robinson up the right side. And Robinson now his first field goal of the fourth.
We've seen him twice go down in the post to Smith, and he kicks it out to a three-point shooter. That time he got the defense transitioning and found a wide-open shot.
Credit Marquell Robinson for seeing that cut lane. And credit Osborne Jr. for finding him diving down. Billingsley off the right wing. Up top to Holton, now to Combs Pierce in the midcourt circle. Guarded by Osborne Jr. He'll give it up left side to Billingsley. Works off of a high screen, now right of circle. Back pedals out. Closing in on the midway point of the fourth. Billingsley working to the left. Gets downhill. Left side rejected from behind by Smith. Wilburn with the rebound. Ahead to Robinson. Robinson passing over to the defense. A head fake. Johnson to Osborne. Back to Wilburn. Left corner 3 to tie. And we're tied 48 all.
We got a game.
Wilburn with his first made 3. And whereas it was the Tigers in 3-pointers in the third, it's been 3-pointers in the fourth for Mustang. They've hit a pair of 3 bombs. And we're tied 48 all again.
And this is what you want to see in the 6A title game. Teams making shots. You don't want to see a team lose it. You want to see teams going out there and winning it.
7 ties in this game. Driving. And a nice move. Missed, though, at the rim by Sanders. Cooper Kelly. Rebound put back. Won't go. Now driving, Combs Pierce past Osborne. He can't get it to go, and it doesn't matter. Travel violation called on Montrell Combs Pierce.
Tried to keep that foot down on the floor, just couldn't quite do it as he was pivoting and reaching for the basket. It's quite the password there, Jay.
Yeah, no. So, Mustang with the ball now and a chance to take the lead. Would be our fourth lead change of the evening. Smith down low, pinned up, contorts his body back toward the lane, misses the shot. Big time rebound by Jaden Johnson. Johnson's hit a big three, and that's a huge offensive rebound. Has it off the left wing. Back now to Osborne Jr. Osborne Jr. moving to the right, now into the midcourt circle. Under 3 to go here in the fourth. Bounces to Smith, left side. Spins in, and a foul call. Wow.
They'll call that on the floor. Obviously, he wasn't going up. Just the first team foul. First foul of the quarter, actually, which is pretty amazing when you got 2:45 left in that tie ball game in the 6A championship.
And the foul, I believe, they called that on Aiden Cooper Kelly, but they didn't have Kelly on the scoreboard here. Timeout taken. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the 6A Boys State Basketball Championship tied between Norman and Mustang and streaming live on Squirtle and the Sports Animal platforms.
The proof starts here at Upper Crust. The details are deliberate, perfectly on purpose. From that warm greeting to the wood-fired smoky char of our signature pies. Upper Crust, gather around.
Martin's Machine Shop, a family-owned business since 1974, serves Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. They offer full machine shop, welding, and metal working capabilities for repair and fabrication. Their fluid power division repairs hydraulic cylinders, pumps, motors, and valves, and includes a full inventory of 6,000 PSI hose and fittings. Give them a call at 580-227-2734 or connect through their website, www.martinsmachineshop.com, to see how they can assist you today.
Welcome back, everyone. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher. What do you got on your mind, Mike?
Booker Blakely on his game with the music here. The final countdown by Europe.
Yeah.
He played one the other day. I got to look it up and see what it was. It was pretty impressive. He knew the moment. Oh, yeah, closing time in the last couple of minutes of the Class A championship game.
So for this perhaps final run, it is Smith who takes the inbound, has Robinson, Johnson, Wilburn now down low to Smith. Smith left to right into the lane, goes up and scores. Smith setting with 9 points and 7 of them here in the second half.
And they've made a really conscious effort to go to him just about every possession. Whether he gets a shot or not, they're getting the ball to him in the post every possession.
Billingsley with 4 of his points in the second half. He drives. He almost throws it away. He does. Big turnover. He was trying to get it to Gideon Holt in the corner, and something about that pass came out awkwardly.
Boy, everybody's just using
another timeout. Go ahead and leave it right here. Of course, coming up after this, we've got the 4A Girls State Basketball Championship, a rematch of last year's title game between Lincoln Christian and Douglas. You know, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in the women's game. I found it interesting, though, doing a little research on that. Douglas Trojanettes, their 9th state tournament appearance, given the success that the Douglas boys have had over the course of time. Typically, schools like that, you know, typically the athleticism is joint. You know, you look at like my old hometown, Wright City, Lumberjacks. Boys and girls team went to state pretty regularly back in the 90s, whatnot. I find it interesting that it's just their 9th appearance given all the success that Douglas has had. Of course, Lincoln Christian looking for a repeat title. We'll have that one coming up here in just a bit. But this so far as state title games go, in today's action, this has been the best one so far. The other two were decided by this point in the fourth.
Well, and it's just been, like I said earlier, the teams are making shots. The timeouts have kind of slowed the pace here, but we've seen both teams hitting big shots, and that's what you want to see in these games.
Man-to-man pressure. They break it easily. Mustang, it's Robinson to the other end, and a right-hand finish.
Again, nobody picked him up. He just kept going.
16 points in the game now for Marquell Robinson. They have him with 15 on the scoreboard, but I don't think that's right. Billingsley, follow-away jumper is good.
That shot wasn't falling a lot of the third quarter, but he's hit a couple here in the fourth.
Keeps his Tigers within 2. Under 2 to go here in the fourth. Wilburn with the basketball. Spins off of a defender. Now driving into the lane. Little lob. That one appeared as though it was almost a lob for Smith. Ball batted out. Picked up on the run by Combs Pierce. Combs Pierce dishing it off to Billingsley, who finishes on the right side.
Ties it up. 52 all. Minute and a half to play. And again, it started with the defense.
Smith, one-on-one, left side, has the height advantage. And the ball is tie up the call underneath. Oh, my.
A lot of contact down there. He spun out of part of that, and they just grabbed the ball out of his hands. They say, no foul.
He was matched up with 2 shorter defenders. Matter of fact, the secondary defender was the 6'2 Billingsley. 2 Tigers literally had their claws on the ball.
So now if you're Norman, do you try to eat as much time off this clock as possible, or you just go try to get a bucket?
I think you go for what's open. Your defense has gotten you here. You got to trust it, but you got to get a make either way. It's Gideon Holt. Back up top to Attic Sanders. And now Coach Cole directing traffic. He wants a timeout and a 60-second timeout. Again, we'll go ahead and leave it right here, so close to the finality of this one. 52 all our score, 46.2 seconds to play here in regulation.
Don't say it, Jay.
Just saying, wanted to point out.
Are we getting paid overtime?
We need to talk to Squirtle about that.
Yeah.
They'd already eaten all the wings in the suite by the time I got up there.
You got a piece of broccoli and some cheese. It was melted cheese, though.
That is a plus. It wasn't a Kraft single or anything. Storylines to know in this one, Marquell Robinson, what a game he has had so far. 16 points unofficially to go with 7 rebounds. You got Bo Billingsley on the other side. 16 points, 3 boards, a couple of steals. Second half effort by Garrett Smith. Smith, who had 2 points and 1 board at the halftime break. Now setting a point away from being in double figures. He's got 9.
Yeah, we didn't notice him much at all in the first half, but they've really gone to him a lot here in the second.
Of course, Gideon Holt. I'm going to say that Gideon Holt is my X factor on this offensive possession. He's got 14 in the game. He has not scored here in the fourth. He'll inbound here on the near side.
A lot of pressure by the Broncos.
Lob over the defense into the backcourt to Billingsley. Billingsley will have to bring it back across. Does so in time. 38 seconds to go. Using the handles to try and work past Wilbur. Now in the upper left corner of the court, apparently looking for one final shot here. They're using a lot of clock. Pass back near side to Combs Pierce. Pierce with a jab step. Guarded by Osborne Jr., the D1 football recruit. Combs Pierce to the left side.
About to get fouled.
And another timeout taken here. This a 30-second timeout.
So that leaves Mustang now. Has 2 timeouts left, and that's Norman's last timeout with 14.2 on the clock here with the ball. So, I mean, they got to go through a lot of scenarios in this huddle.
Kind of find that a little bit interesting. Mustang here with no team fouls. If I'm Mustang,
you make them take it out Norman, a whole bunch of times.
Well, if I'm Mustang and the ball gets inbounded, we get down to 7 seconds without a shot, I'm fouling.
Well, yeah.
I'm taking any momentum of the play out of the question.
That, and again, like I said, you make them inbound like 2-3 times here in the last 14 seconds. Make them work to get the ball inbounds. one little mishandle on one of those passes that goes across midcourt.
They certainly have the length to do it.
And notable, the possession arrow does point towards Mustang.
And notable that right now Gabriel Osborne is on Bo Billingsley.
That much crisper pass that time.
Billingsley will work against Osborne Jr. 9 seconds to go. Across he goes. Into the front court. 5 seconds. Takes a body bump. Keeps control. Passing. Finds an open man down low at the buzzer.
Wow!
Aiden Cooper Kelly has just won it at the final buzzer.
No time left.
Just his second field goal of the game, and the Tigers are going to win this in dramatic fashion. 54-52, and Norman claims gold.
Billingsley creates, draws the defense in, finds his man underneath. Great pump fake. Gets a couple of Broncos in the air, and it's just a wide open shot. All he's got to do is finish, and he does just as the buzzer goes off.
Aiden Cooper Kelly, the junior, will finish with 5 points, but he had the biggest bucket of the game, the final
of his
one.
Life.
And a shot so wide open, my partner Michael Swisher could have made it. Post-game show coming up after this. As this stream, of course, going across Squirtle and the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationship. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
As you travel down the road to the gold ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride in a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone who truly understands what you're going through. At Nixon Dieselhorst, we've spent decades helping Oklahomans find justice, standing up for what's right, and fighting for the results they deserve. Every client matters. Every story deserves to be heard. We are here standing with you. Call Nixon Dieselhorst today because justice, integrity, and results aren't just words. They're what we stand for.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs. With over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve. Dr. Devin Martin.
Welcome back, everyone. OG&E Coliseum. Jay Lindley alongside Michael Swisher here on all of Squirrel's and the Sports Animals streaming platforms.
Coach's Aid.
And Coach's Aid. I still have Facebook access to that, by the way. I'm still waiting for someone to pay me for it. Fun game here in Oklahoma City. Norman, the Tigers, they claim gold for the first time in 26 years. It's over half of my lifetime and right at half of Swish's. Game that featured 8 ties and 5 lead changes. It's such an even game, and before we dive into the numbers, it always felt like Mustang could just pull away at any moment. A lot of credit to Norman High for sticking with it.
Yeah.
And really credit to the Norman crowd. I've seen crowds before walk away on stuff like that. They just hung with it the whole time.
And here's the deal. I was talking about as the game was going, you felt like Mustang was in control, should have been up by more, but they didn't do anything to lose the game.
No.
Norman won the game, and you look at the stats and it says it. Mustang shoots, was it 58.3% total for the game? They only have 8 turnovers. They win the rebound battle, and you lose. Mustang didn't lose the game. Norman just won the game, and that's, again, I've said it 4 or 5 times. It's exactly what you want to see in this moment, and it's what we got to witness here.
Oh, and they even shot better from beyond the arc. They were 6 of 13.
Yeah.
Take a look at the final numbers first for the state champion Norman Tigers as they come away with this one. And, hey, they made shots, 21 of 41 from the field for 51%. They were 5 of 13 from beyond the arc and nearly perfect from the line where they went 7 of 8 in this game. Bo Billingsley turns in a terrific performance. I had him with 16 points. Officially, they say 14. 5 of 12 from the field overall. Was 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, but his little things, he had 3 rebounds. He had 5 assists and a couple of steals in this game. Gideon Holt finishes up with 14 points. But the hero, Attic Sanders, who broke free and got that assist from Bo Billingsley, and officially on this scorecard finishes up with 9 points. As for Mustang in the loss, Marquell Robinson finishing up 16 points, 5 boards. He was the only player in double figures today for the Broncos as they come up empty-handed, and Norman wins their first title since 2000.
Yeah, you look at the stats, there's nothing that really stands out, separates the teams a whole lot, but just that second half shooting performance by the Tigers, 12 of 19 overall, 4 of 6 from three-point range in the second half. I mean, that's just, again, we talked about at halftime. Could they find it? Could they get it going? Gideon Holt played a huge part of that, got them going from the three-point line there with that big third quarter, and then it was just a little bit everybody in the fourth. And, again, what a fun game to get to cover.
A lot more fun than the previous two. Hopefully the next one will be just as fun. Norman fans are happy. Squirtle's happy they don't have to pay us overtime.
Yeah.
We'll step aside. We've got the 4A Girls Basketball Championship coming up after this on Squirtle and the Sports Animal streaming platforms.